Well, good morning, and what a glorious morning it is too. Yeah, we'll be travelling this afternoon. The lock looks like it's nearly finished, so we will be setting off a bit later. But as you can see, I've got a rucksack on my back, so I'm popping up the co-op, pick up a couple of bits, a little bit of provisions to see us over the next few days. We'll be heading on to the Thames up towards Oxford. We're quick timing it again, because why not? I want to get to Oxford. I want to get trading, to be honest. I've had enough of just sitting there not doing anything. So that's the plan. And yeah, it's going to be a few heavy days, but we'll get there. Stay tuned. And I'll see you later. There we go. Sheffield Bottom Swing Bridge. We are on the move. Boats have come through the lock already. A couple of boats have already gone down. So off we go. The site where I lost a little bit of control over the boat last year, but the less said about that, the better, I think. Comes Pete. And Helen in hot pursuit. Well, as hot as it gets on a narrowboat. Oh, Pete's just leaving, lock 101. Make his merry way down to lock 102. And Helen will join him shortly. She's got to pick me up first, though. Scratch that, decide to walk it. It's a nice day for it, and there's no flow on this section, so I'll easily get there before Helen. But it looks like everybody's on the move now, and things are progressing. There we go, there's Helen and a whiny Bailey. So I'll turn around. Well, I'll turn the camera around. There you go. And the light balance adjusts itself. So the next one we're going to come to is another turf-sided one. As we came through, was it Townley Lock the other day? A lock that's always fascinated me, because there's this whole jungle section you go through on the way out of it, all the way into it, depending on which way you're coming. So I did a little bit of research, and it used to be another turf-sided one. So when they reopened the K&A way back when, 1996, they moved that lock back from the turf-sided and made it proper hard-sided one. It is huge to try and keep the same water level. It's all about balancing the water levels as you go through, which is why some of them are funny shaped. If you'll recall from last year's video, I went through it on the Oxford, as we came through one there that's a diamond shape, and that's to manage the water levels on that section. Anyway, I best keep plodding on. I'll soon be catching Pete. There he is. I've overtaken Helen already. And the next lock is round the corner. There we go, Garston Lock. You can see, bricked up to the halfway point. We're filling up now. And that last little bit is turf-sided. Apparently the guys that were here before, they were about half hour ahead of us coming through the swing bridge. And we've caught up to them. That tells you how long this is going to take. So they'll be half hour ahead by the time we get out. But here's what it is. There's the river as it comes back in. Comes back in just after the lock. So the next bit's going to have a bit of a flow again. So I will be riding that section. Sorry, Midgie City round here. Don't know if the camera's picking them up or not. But yeah, lots of midges. And just over there, there you go, you can see it. There's a lake, man-made, for water sports. There's the landing. It really comes in on the left. While I'm waiting for the lock to fill, I'm going to wander over here and take a look at this rather lovely little lake. I say little, looks like it's huge. It's huge lake then. Huge lake. It is weirdly green. That is an odd shade of green. Anyway, looks beautiful. Probably wouldn't go in it. Down they go. Now this is a real test. Something you might notice, I am using my new microphone on the side of my sunglasses. Hopefully you can hear me above the water. Should be able to. At least that's the way they should work. You know that? Water's coming out there. Helen's going to pick me up on the landing there. And then off we go to Fobney. Well, Fobney, Burfield Lock next. Twisty turny bit. Like the twisty turny bits. Behold, a bit of a recumbent mic. I decided to jump on the roof because there was a boat coming into that lock. So I left the gates open and jumped on the roof, as it were. So I'll stay here until we're at Burfield Lock. You can see Helen is driving. I'm going to lay back and relax. There's the view going forward for you. If any of you are wondering what that blue thing is at the front, I'll get a better photo of it or picture later. Those of us that know him, that is Bernard. I don't know why we've called him Bernard or Bernard. That's just his name. We've had him since Upton, God knows. It must be Upton 19? Yeah, it was before COVID, before the boat. It was a rather busy road up there. I think I've named it before and I got it wrong, and Woody corrected me, as he always does. Chief Corrections Unit. And no doubt, he'll be shouting at his screen right now going, oh, it's such and such a road. And that's actually how he talks, honest. It's the best impression you've ever heard. Okay, see Pete, just up ahead. Nice day to just lay on the roof and chow. Hopefully we don't get any overhanging trees, otherwise I'm going to spot bother. I've got nowhere to duck to. Burfield Lock. Somebody is approaching onto the landing down there, so I'm going to have to get onto the boat as soon as the gates are open. Yeah. There you go. Top gate there is not brilliant, didn't open fully, and that does nothing. Spins, but the paddle don't come up, so we're just waiting. Here's what it is. There we go, that bit to the left there, that's where the river comes back in. And we are headed off underneath the footbridge. Round the corner is the Cunning Man. Normally I'd stop there, I'm not going to. So, breaking with tradition, I'm trying to find out from anybody who might know what the mooring's like down at Fobney. Unfortunately, no one I've spoken to has come from Fobney so far. They've all come from the Cunning Man. Which is kind of what I was thinking might happen. People kind of congregate at the Cunning Man rather than be in the middle of nowhere. So, I'll see, I suppose. Anyway, bridge 15, 14 bridges to go. That was lock 103. We've got 104, 105, 106, 107, and then Thames. Oof, Thames tomorrow. There's the Cunning Man. So normally I would stop there. Not today. Now I've got ground to make. Self-imposed, obviously, but on the other hand, it'll save me a small fortune. Yeah, onwards. The flow gets a bit funny under here. A bit narrows. I'm sure we'll be fine. There's nothing oncoming, nothing to be aware of, so so on a bit with a bit of flow on the canal, I can go a bit quicker past the moored boats. Not too fast, but the flow takes you some bit, but you need to keep the water flowing past the udder, as I mentioned. Rudder. You got udders. Bring any milk from a boat. Milk boat, new business idea. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, under bridge 14. And past Burfield Island moorings. You've got a lovely little community there. They'll take turns to do the maintenance, keeps their mooring fees down. Don't know what their mooring fees are like, but it seems like it's a lovely place to be. So, Southcote Lock, 104. Just chatting to some guys that came up before us, and they said that there's loads of mooring around the bend where I want to be, on Arnco. So I have to dig me chains out and all the good stuff, but yeah, I'm going to be where I want to be. So rather lovely around here. Although all you can see at the minute is bushes. As I open the gate, there we go. Distant bridge, hoves into view. Oh, I decided to walk this bit. Despite the fact there is a flow to it, and I'm never going to catch them, they'll be there first, but we're finding a mooring around the corner. And what the hell, the sun's shining. Let's make hay while the sun shines. Or at least walk. So, yeah, find ourselves a nice little mooring on Arnco for the evening. That'll do me. And I've got some wine on the go, so I might have a last two of that. Nothing too much. I've got an early start tomorrow, bloody early. So, yeah, a couple of glasses of wine and an early night will do me nicely. And then it's Easter. Easter indeed. Hope you've all been good this year. The Easter bunny brings you something nice. Chocolate eggs, apparently, for a bunny. Don't know who came up with that one. Anyway, go to a mooring. Well, there we go. All finished for the day, which is nice. So we got to Fobney. The lock's just up ahead. And yeah, nice day. Nice and warm, despite the cloud cover that's just come over. Been a nice sunny day. But yeah, we'll stop for the evening. Early start tomorrow. Move on down through the lock and get the Thames. Plan is to make like I said, really early, so 6, 7 o'clock-ish, and head out as fast as we can. And that is to beat the canoe race that's happening. It's an annual event. The Devizes to Westminster canoe race. Takes the professional ones about 13 hours. And well, the serious ones, serious canoeists. They look very serious when they come through the rocks. They do. Try and make fun with them, and no, not up for it. So very serious. And the older chaps and the younger ones are a bit more friendly, but yeah, they go hell for leather. So we're getting off the K&A before that happens, and they get it because they set off early as well. So if we set off early, we should beat them through the Oracle, which is the main point, because I don't want to contend with those going through there. It's far, far too dangerous for that. So yeah, a couple of glasses of wine, early night, that'll do me. I did get a few photographs today, so I'll put those up on the old Facebook for you. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing Fobney right, and there's not some sort of local thing. Again, the Department of Corrections, Woody, will come in and correct me as his self-appointed role in all of this. And anyway, so yeah, I'm going to go chill out and have myself a pleasant evening. I'll see you later. Oh, good morning, gang. And it is definitely morning. It's just after 6. So by the time I posted this, I'll probably be about 1:15. But yeah, we're setting off in a bit. It's early, I know. So we've only got a few boats ahead of us that we're going to upset by going past them really early. We're going to creep past them as slowly as we can, so we're not disturbing them too much. Anyway, let's see. There's the boat. Sunrise is just over there behind me, and it's looking glorious. I don't think it's going to stay that way today. The forecast isn't in our favour. But yeah, so we are headed for the Thames. I've got my life jacket on and a coat and a jumper because it is a bit chilly this morning. So yeah, don't want to start the engines too early. Helen's going to go off and set the lock and then signal me to make sure we're all setting off. Must remember to take my chains because we're on Armco. So I've used chains to moor up rather than pins. Let me see if I can show you that for those of you that are unfamiliar with. So there we go. Chains just wrap round this Armco. So basically, same as crash barrier on the motorway. It's a bit smaller than that, but same sort of profile. And then tied to the boat there. So yeah, those are back and front. Hold us nicely. Saves banging any pins in, and you can pull tighter as well. But like I said, anyway, we're going to get going in a minute and head for the Thames and have an absolutely cracking day and crack on to get as close to Wallingford as we can. Don't know how successful that's going to be. Contingency plan is goring, but we'll see. I've got a few more updates for you later on. Vis-a-vis our summer cruising pattern. Changed a bit from what I was telling everybody, but that's due to trading needs and markets. So I'll let you know where we're going to be trading over the summer. And yeah, anyway, we best get going because daylight started to burn. Let's get going. I'll see you later. There we go. Off. He's just untying his, so he'll follow me in a bit. Gate's all ready for us in the locks, and off we go. Good morning, Peter. Indeed it is, sir. It is very early. It's still early bird puts parsnips or something like that. Too early for phrases. Oh, maybe another coffee when I get onto the Thames. That might help. All right, quick bit of video. I don't think I'm going to get much more while I'm driving, but this bit's bloody quick. And by the looks of things, there's a lot of silt build up on the side, and it's possibly a bit shallow. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to be doing this to the canoeists that are coming through a bit later on this morning. So, yeah, early start. It's paying off in our favour already. What a glorious little morning. We're going to go through the backs of the houses. This bit is fairly quick. Excuse me while I just duck under this branch. There we go. And it is windy. This is full-on river section, otherwise known as a navigation. So yeah, through the backs of the houses. And then we'll come out just the other side, or just this side of the Oracle, and into County Lock. 2 locks to go. 106, 107. And then we're on to EA waters. That was close. And big old tree in the water we just missed. Hoping it warms up a bit. As ever, living in hope. weight underneath the road bridge. That is the one sign that tells you that this landing's here. Otherwise you end up round the lock, which is what happens most of the time. We are tied to the bollard on the back there because we're in the flow. Pretty strong flow to it. The weir over there with something stuck on it. It's like a cupboard. I'm just waiting for Helen to let me know the lock is clear and we are okay to proceed. Well, there's most of that beam left. I dare say that is going to give up on somebody through the summer. That's somebody else's problem. Anyway, so 106 County Lock. Zoom in again, you see the lights in the distance just beyond Helen and a playing Bailey. And there's no way of realistically getting on that landing safely to pick the crew up. So you just have to leave the lock. So poorly designed. I covered last year. And there's the weir on the other side, which causes the flow to go through. Who's going to go first? And one of us is going to run back from the lights. We push the button and try and beat the green. Shouldn't be anybody coming through this time of day. Then again, we are. So wait and see. Well, there we go. Pete's on his way out. Stay. Sorry, just talking to Bailey. Got to stay on the boat.
Yeah, it didn't look like Pete was moving. I thought I might have to press it again.
Yeah. Yeah. So there we go. Pete's just ahead of us. He's going out into the flow now. We are leaving. (106). Unfortunately, the light's just gone red, but well, we're already through, so that's just a timing issue.
That's following another boat already.
Yeah, we're already following another boat, so we're all good. Let's not worry about that.
Worry about it if I want to worry about it. You don't know me.
So, one last trip through the Oracle. It's fun in either direction if you've never done it. Like I said, there is a flow because of the river and that weir that comes over. So it will push you about a bit. Not too bad today. There's certainly lots of eateries around here and a whole mall of shops. And of course the cinema. Lots of space. Of course, I'm going to have to turn the camera off in just a second because there is a rather old bridge that's a bit low on the edges, and I don't want to lose my phone or the tripod. So let's go with that. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the Oracle. I hope you enjoyed your ride. Please take any baggage you brought with you, and we hope to see you again soon. So through the flats, student accommodation, few bars, etc. Bit early for a beer. So, you know, whatever makes you happy. Thirsty Bear Pizzeria and Bar, St James Wharf. Looks nice. Lots of planes in the sky, all from Gatwick. Lots of people going lots of places. Much faster than we are. Blake's Lock is just round the corner. We're coming up on our left-hand side here is Thames Kennet Marina with the museum and everything. I think it's Thames Kennet anyway. Again, no doubt if I'm wrong. Somebody will be along to correct me shortly. This is the internet after all. The majestic bell.
Well, if you're going to be a bell, be a majestic one.
Indeed. Blake's Lock. So, interesting fact about Blake's Lock. It is the only lock maintained by the Environment Agency for the Thames that is not on the Thames. Because it's not in CRT waters, it's Environment Agency's waters, so they have to maintain it. And it is completely different to every other lock on the Thames and on the K&A. It's wheel operated.
Play pirates.
Yeah, they do look like ship's wheels, so you get to play pirates. Pretend it's a galleon. So that is it. We are off to K&A. This is, we're off CRT Waters for the weekend. Or most of it. Onto the Thames. Very nearly off the K&A. It's just around the corner now. Everything's just around the corner. For those of you that know me a long time, you'll know that I say things are just around the corner. But it really isn't that far. Up past all these houses. Turn the camera around. You'll get blinded by the sun, so. They've got all these houses here. And a nice looking little pub there, look. It looks rather lovely, doesn't it? Fisherman's Cottage. And we have beaten all the canoeists by leaving early. I mean, they probably wouldn't be through till much later on today anyway, but I didn't want to run the risk. And I certainly mitigated that factor. Wait for the lot to fill. Get ourselves in. And get ourselves onto the Thames and off to Caversham Lock. There we go. Helen's playing at being a pirate. Yar, indeed, yar. There you go. Once the red paddles are up, the gate is raised. As you can see, a rather gentle flow out the other side. Not a massive drop, but still, I'm going to go back, get on board, get Bailey on board, and get ready to get onto the landing. So, here we go. Jolly anchored on the right. Like it's sold by auction, hopefully it gets to stay as a pub. I'll look like a pillow sometime then. Okay. Anyway. As Helen took us onto the Thames last year, it's my turn to do the honours this year. Pete's ahead of us. He is coming with us to Oxford. Pass underneath this railway bridge. And there's the pipe bridge. As we come round, you'll see Pete has already turned left onto the river. There he is, look. You can actually make him out beyond my bow from the angle of that. But he's there, I assure you. And that is it. K&A done with. Helen's going to give a blast on the horn, just to let people know we're going. You probably won't hear it on the video. But that just lets people know we're here. See through the trees, and there's no one there other than Pete. So, we are all good. Turn into line. And it's Thames time! Woo!
We beat the canoeist, we win!
So, how do you feel about it, Helen?
We beat the canoeist, we win!
I did see a canoe, but I don't think it's part of the race later. So, yeah. So, this is Reading by Thames now. Next stop, Caversham Lock. Woo!
I'll see you later.